You arrive at the gate, your boarding pass scans, and then they stop you. Not for security, not for paperwork, but for your neck pillow. You did everything right. You packed light, you followed every rule you knew. But in 2025, that's no longer enough. Because starting now, the rules have changed, and most travelers won't find out until it's too late. The gate agent isn't just checking your ticket. They're counting your camera, your blanket, even your headphones case. And when that happens, you're not flying, or you're paying, or worse, your bag vanishes, meds inside, and no one claims responsibility. So what's actually changing? Rule 1. The number of items you're allowed to bring on board is no longer a gray area. It's being counted, literally. One carry-on, one personal item, that's it. No exceptions for your camera, your blanket, your neck pillow, or even that bag of snacks you grabbed at the terminal. If it's in your hand, it's being classified. Some airlines now include your duty-free shopping as a personal item. Southwest, for example, has started flagging passengers carrying more than one loose item beyond their bag, even if it's something as basic as a water bottle carrier or small gift box. If it doesn't fit in your backpack or roller, it might cost you. Enforcement used to be lenient. A wink, a nod, just stuff it in your bag. But now the gate agents are being told to treat every extra item as revenue loss, and they're correcting that loss in real time. Rule 2. The dimensions and weight of your bags are no longer just posted on signs for decoration. Airlines are enforcing size limits in inches and weight down to the pound. In the US, the standard for a carry-on is 22 by 14 by 9 inches. For a personal item, it's 8 by 14 by 18 inches. That's not new, but what is new is how and where they're measuring. Not just at check-in, not just at the gate, but on the boarding bridge itself, where they've installed bag sizers and scales. If your bag doesn't slide in or weighs too much, it's tagged. You'll be told to check it. You won't be able to board with it, and you'll be charged even if you were never worn during check-in. Worse, if you're carrying electronics, medications, or valuables, they'll go into a bag you have no control over, one that could be tossed, dropped, or stolen in transit. This isn't paranoia. These are real reports from travelers who followed all visible rules, only to be hit with fees and forced to check items at the very last second. And here's the catch. These rules aren't new, but the enforcement is now designed to catch you off guard, to turn carry-on confusion into airline profit. If you've flown in the last 10 years and think you're safe, you're not. Hit subscribe now, because this new rule enforcement is already ruining vacations, and we're just getting started. You triple-checked the airline's website, you followed every guideline it posted, but now you're being told those rules don't apply because the plane you're boarding is operated by a partner carrier. That's where it starts to unravel. You booked your flight through JetBlue, but the aircraft is run by Hawaiian Islands. So even if JetBlue says your carry-on is fine, Hawaiian can tell you it isn't, and they'll win, because in airline language, the operator always outranks the ticket seller. And this doesn't just happen on international flights, it happens every day on domestic routes too. You think you're flying Delta, but you're actually on a SkyWest plane, or United, operated by Mesa. One airline's personal item is another airline's oversized baggage violation. The same backpack that flew free last week suddenly costs $65 to gate check. There's no standard, no warning, no real explanation until you're standing in line with a stunned look on your face, wondering if this is some kind of mistake. It's not. It's design confusion, and it happens because airlines have quietly split their booking systems from their flight operations. Even frequent flyers fall for this trap. A traveler books round trip on American Airlines, outbound is American, return is British Airways. Same ticket, two completely different carry-on rules. The bag that worked for your outbound flight, too large for the return. And you won't find out until you're being told to check it at Heathrow for a fee. So what do? You check the operator, not just the airline you booked. You find out who's running the flight, and you look up their specific carry-on policy, because that's the one that will be enforced. If this sounds confusing, it's because it is. But ignoring it could cost you $60, a ruined itinerary, or even a lost bag with medications or valuables inside. Subscribe now, because no one should lose a trip over fine print. And the next time someone's melting down at the gate on TikTok, don't let it be you. The airlines won't tell you this, but seasoned travelers have already figured it out. Not by reading blogs, not by guessing, but by surviving hundreds of flights under every condition imaginable and still getting through unscathed. These are the 3 golden hacks frequent flyers swear by. Hack number 1, always pack for the strictest airline. You're flying American to Chicago, then connecting on Spirit to Miami. If you pack for American's carry-on rules, you've already lost. Spirit's limits are tighter,
and you'll be forced to check or toss your bag at the gate. That's why the smart flyers reverse engineer every leg of their journey. They research each individual carrier, not just the booking site. And they build their packing list around the most restrictive airline, not the most convenient one. Some even carry a mini tape measure, because knowing your bag's exact dimensions means no surprises when that dreaded sizer bin appears. Hack number 2, master the personal item. The personal item isn't just a laptop sleeve or a handbag. It's your untapped upgrade, if you know how to use it. Bitch the camera bag. That's wasted space. Instead, opt for something built for capacity and airline compliance, like a Nomad Lane bento bag. It fits under the seat, but functions like a second carry-on. And then there's a trick they'll never mention at check-in: the Tamagotchi sling. Worn under your jacket, it counts as part of your outfit, not your luggage. That's your third bag hidden in plain sight. Passports, chargers, medication, it all stays with you. No arguments, no extra fees.
Hack number 3, volunteer for the gate check. This is the legal loophole that most passengers overlook. You step up and ask to gate check your bag. Not because you have to, but because you want to. The benefit? You bypass the sizing drama entirely. You keep your personal item, your sling, and you hand off the bigger bag without a baggage fee. Even better, if the tag says jetway instead of baggage claim, your bag won't disappear into the system. It waits for you on the jet bridge. No carousel, no risk of it getting rerouted to another city. And here's the hidden bonus. Gate checking gives you extra room in your personal item. Security rarely questions the weight or shape once the main bag is gone. It's a quiet green light to carry more than you were ever allowed to board with. These aren't hacks you'll find in airline manuals. They're the kind you learn after watching people lose money, luggage, and their minds over and over again. And they work. Every time. They thought they were playing it safe. One woman booked a budget flight to see her mom, Spirit Airlines. No checked bags, just one small carry-on. At the gate, they told her it was too big. $60 fee. She paid it. They tagged her back. But when she landed, it never showed up. Turns out an airport worker walked off with it. Medication's gone. Passport gone. The airline's response? That's TSA's jurisdiction. TSA's response? File a report with Spirit. A full circle of silence, and she never got it back. In another case, a couple flying out of Phoenix followed all the TSA rules. Their carry-on? A small suitcase filled with their baby's medication, snacks, and diapers. They were boarding a codeshare flight, ticketed by American, operated by a smaller partner airline. At the gate, the agent flagged the bag, said it had to be checked. They pushed back, explained it had prescriptions. The gate agent shrugged. That's policy. They weren't allowed to board. Missed their honeymoon, rebooked the next day, had to pay for a hotel. No apology, just a reminder that it's all in the fine print. If you're sitting there thinking, that won't happen to me, that's exactly what they thought. Subscribe now. Or, at the very least, share this with someone who travels. Don't be the next cautionary tale. There's a quiet cheat code that seasoned travelers never ignore. It's not about brands, or packing cubes, or TikTok hacks. It's about dimensions. There are 2 numbers that solve 95% of your airport headaches. Carry-on sweet spot, 22 inches tall, 14 inches wide, 9 inches deep, and under 25 pounds. Personal item zone, no more than 17 by 13 by 8 inches. Backpacks that look small but hold a week's worth of clothes, that's the goal. Why these numbers? Because even though airlines love to tweak their limits, these fit under most seats, past most agents, and through most sizers. You stick to them and you don't give them a reason to stop you. Simple math, silent protection. So let's reset. You've learned 3 things that the average traveler still gets wrong. 1, always pack for the strictest airline on your itinerary. That means if leg 1 is Delta and leg 2 is operated by KLM, the KLM rule wins, not what's printed on your Delta confirmation. 2, your personal item is your secret weapon. A camera bag is a waste. A bento bag or a slim underseat roller, that's prime real estate. And yes, the Tamagotchi sling trick under the jacket still works. 3, the gate check is more than a convenience. It's a free pass to bring a third item without triggering alarms. Just remember, jetway tag equals safe. Baggage claim tag equals good luck. Still not subscribing? Okay, be honest. Drop a comment and tell us why. If you've made it this far without hitting the bell, explain it. And let's see if anyone backs you up. Or join the quiet few who travel smarter than 90% of the plane. The ones who never get stopped, the ones who leave chaos behind.